Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more amazing Zeeworld updates. So the last update about Twist of Fate. Sushma pleaded with Pragya to get Tanu released from the jail, and Aliyah tries as much as possible not to make Abhi know that Pragya is back. Let's continue from there. Prachi comes to the terrace crying and standing there. Rambru comes behind her and keeps his hand on her shoulder. She moves away. Rambru says, "I am so sorry, Prachi," and says, "If you come to know what mommy said, then you will understand why I behave like that." He says, "Sorry." He says, "Mommy wants me to stay in her house and return home alone." Rambru says she couldn't see my love and wants me to return alone. He says she told me that I will get luxury life, cars and businesses, but I want this life where I am happy. He says I am sorry for getting emotional and says that he loves her a lot and he cannot go anywhere. Prachi cries and hugs him. She says, "I love you too. Even I love you a lot." Rambru says all my world is in my embrace. She says nobody loved me this much except my mother and you. Rambru says your mother loves you a lot. She says she is missing Ma. Rambru asks her to wear the sari and specs. Prachi says she miss Ma. Sushma tells Pragya that the guy who repaired her car and who saved her is the husband of the girl whom Pragya got arrested. Pragya says husband. Sushma says Gutam was asking me if the culprit is found or not. Pragya asks what does her husband said. Sushma says that Abhi told me that he met his wife after 20 years and he doesn't want to separate from her and he loves her a lot. Pragya cries. Sushma asks her to say why she is crying and asks that who was he. Pragya says he was my husband and that woman was his wife, Tanu. Sushma asks if he is the same guy who betrayed you and asks if they are the ones who tried to kill her. Prachi tells Rambru that it seems that the rain will start and everything seems strange. Rambru says she wanted to tell me something. Prachi says she didn't want to tell him when he was with his dad. She says I have seen Ria today. Rambru says don't take her name as everyone's relationship got ruined because of her. He says she instigated mommy and others against you. Prachi says I think I saw her. Ria is shown running on the road and taking drugs while some goons are behind her. Rambru says our relationship spoiled because of her and says even your relationship spoiled with your dad. Prachi thinks that Papa has a misunderstanding and I wish I could clear it. She calls Abhi and ends the call. She says if he would have been here, then Papa would have been with us. Sushma says sorry to Pragya. Pragya says she will not cry for him. Sushma says it is good to cry sometimes. Pragya says I don't understand why I cry for someone for whom I don't exist. She says she has returned to India to show him what I am and not to shed tears for him. She goes. Sushma thinks how was she telling me about Tanu? I thought he is a good husband and says that she cannot believe that such an innocent face tried to kill my Pragya. She says he might have fooled Pragya with his sweet talks and thinks that she will punish him and she will not let any Mera family come to Pragya. She says that the last time Pragya was alone, but this time her mother is with her. Prachi comes to the public booth and calls Abhi. Mitali asks Aliyah to pick the call and says Amit gave the call. Aliyah picks the call. Prachi is silent. Aliyah says, "Do you want to talk to your dad?" and says that he is drunk. She says if you want to know that we are in problem. Prachi asks what is the problem. She asks where is Papa. Aliyah says I caught you. She says we have problem due to you and your mother. Mitali makes Aliyah's phone fall down. The call gets disconnected. Mitali asks Aliyah not to tell Prachi about Pragya. Prachi calls her again. Aliyah says that her dead mother might have caused her and not leaving them even now. She asks her not to call again and says that he hates you. Prachi ends the call and thinks that my mother is alive. Pragya thinks of the past moment with Abhi. Pragya says he had told me that he loves me. Now he loves Tanu. Now he becomes Tanu's soulmate. She thinks that he was a betrayer from the start. I couldn't understand him. I think I should have known that he was lying to me. She thinks even their Bagya cannot unite them. Prachi comes back to the terrace and thinks that why did Aliyah say that she thinks that she wanted to tell about Ma. Rambru comes there and says that he wants handcuffs to be with her always. Prachi says I had gone for a walk to have some fresh air. Rambru says if I don't see you, I will get heart attack. He asks if she went down to get rid of Ria's thoughts. Prachi says whenever I think about her, relationship changed. My papa is in this condition and my ma. Rambru says your ma. Prachi says she is alive and she will return. Pragya is in her house. She hears the doorbell and she opens the door. Abhi is standing and he turns towards her. They couldn't see each other at first as there is darkness. He then looks at Pragya as the thunderstorm light falls on her face. Pragya also sees Abhi. Abhi gets happy and emotional. Prachi says that when Pragya was with them, they had everything. Her father loved her a lot and they were living as a family with the aunt, but now there is no one. Rambru asks Prachi never to think so wrong because they both would always be there for each other. Tanu is in the cell and she wonders what is taking Abhi so long, and Abhi might have gotten into a quarrel with the police. She, however, thinks that it might not be the case because Abhi just follows the order of grandma, otherwise he doesn't care for her, and she says that he might have met Pragya, but then she thinks that he would have been sitting at some place drinking. Tanu says she knows that they both have become of two different worlds in which one is rich and the other is poor. She says that they both cannot be together ever again. Pragya opens the door. Abhi is standing there. He is not able to believe his eyes. He asks, "Where have you been all this time?" because he searched everywhere for her. Pragya in anger asks if Abhi was shocked to see her alive. Abhi replies that he was shocked, but Pragya leaves without listening to anything. Pragya sits on the sofa. Abhi says that Pragya has changed a lot. He has even changed when Grandma asks him to tidy up himself, but he doesn't care, and he knew that Pragya was alive because he knew that if Pragya died, then she would also have taken him with her. He says that Grandma used to say that Pragya is alive to the extent that everyone thought that Grandma has lost her mind. And Pragya in anger stands up and says that it is because of love, because people tend to get mad. Abhi says that Grandma asked him to bring Tanu, so he came here and it is destiny. Pragya replies that Abhi has come for Tanu. Abhi says that Pragya is still the same Pragya who is jealous. Abhi tries to go near Pragya, but Pragya stops him. Abhi says that he has been away from her for 2 years, but he cannot control himself. She asks him to stay away, saying that he must not think that she can forgive him for what he has done. Pragya asks Abhi not to cry in front of her for Tanu and not to act as if he cares, because if he really cared, then he would have stopped Tanu from stealing. She says that he must not say that he doesn't care. He replies that he really doesn't care. Abhi in shock asks that why is Pragya talking like there is no relationship between them. Pragya replies that there is no relationship as Abhi is just the husband for Tanu. Abhi asks that why did Pragya take so long for her to return. Pragya says that someone pushed her so low that it took time for her to stand up back, and she is now realizing what he has become. He is just a shameless person. Abhi asks Pragya if she recalls who is the reason because she forced him to marry her, and it is all because of Pragya that he is with Tanu. Pragya is standing when Sushma enters. Abhi says that he thought that when she would return, they both would hug each other and talk nicely. Pragya replies that she saw him begging in front of Sushma. Abhi explains that he thought that when she would return, they would talk nicely. He asks her asking that what is the matter, but Sushma calls the security. Abhi gets furious. The security takes him away. He turns to see Pragya but is pulled outside. The security tried their best to throw him out. He says that he will not leave without talking to Pragya. She would have to clarify. He is however thrown out of the house. He says that he will come back to demand the answers. Abhi started crying standing in front of the gate. Sushma says that it is for the better that Pragya did not feel weak in front of Abhi. He would not realize how much she has changed while he has stooped so low. Pragya started crying. Sushma consoles her. Abhi, reaching the police station, asks the inspector that what would happen if the complainant did not take back the case. The inspector replies that now they will take the matter into the court where Tanu will be tried and punished, and Abhi leaves after getting a call. Tanu calls Abhi asking if he was able to make the arrangement for the bail. The constable asks if he did not tell her. Tanu gets worried. Abhi replies that he went to the house of the complainant, but he was not able to meet her. Abhi questioned if Tanu did not see who the lady was. Abhi explains that she told him that she met her. Tanu tried to clarify, but Abhi asks that why did Tanu not tell her who the lady was, and she tries to say that she did not see her. Abhi asks that when Tanu was being arrested, the lady was with her, and how did Tanu not see the face? The inspector asks that what is Abhi doing there because it is not an hospital. Abhi replies that he was just informing Tanu that she needs to be punished for the crime. Tanu asks that how can Abhi say something like this as a family is always there to help each other. Abhi replies that he did not say that he will not help her because grandma asked him to and he will come back. Pallavi opens the door. She is shocked to see Abhi standing there. Pallavi questions that what is Abhi doing there. Abhi says that he came because he needs her help because Tanu got arrested because she was stealing. Pallavi asks Abhi that he still thinks that she can help him after all what has happened, and she thought that he came to ask about Vikram. Abhi rushes in asking that what has happened to Vikram. Pallavi replies that Abhi must not ask as if he cares for them because they are not a family, because she has not forgotten what his daughter did to their family. Abhi tries to leave, saying that he doesn't want to talk about it. Pallavi says that Abhi must then think of his sister. Abhi is amazed. Pallavi replies that Abhi was the business partner of Vikram, but his sister took huge loan in the name of the business, and she was also involved in piracy, causing tremendous loss. And had she not corrected everything, then they would still be in the neighbors at the chol. Pallavi wants Abhi not to ask for any more favors if they cannot at least apologize for their mistakes. Pallavi further asks Abhi to from now on remove slippers before stepping into the house of the rich people so that the dirt stays out. Abhi sees the mud from his shoes. Pallavi closes the door. Abhi gets worried, wondering what he would do now. Thank you for watching. Please like our video and share it and also subscribe. Thank you.